Ask yourself, do you want to be like most people, or do you want to push through? Because your future self will thank you for pushing through these embarrassing moments, for pushing through the cringe, for not giving up when it happened. Have you ever felt that feeling in your stomach when you look at your first attempt on something new? For example, when you're about to publish your first blog post, or when you're about to publish your artwork to Instagram, or when you are going to share your first cooking with your friends. Have you ever had that thought when you see that work and you feel like, oh, it's terrible, oh, I shouldn't share this with anyone, or I should just throw it away? That feeling of embarrassment or cringe is a universal experience that everyone feels. Every artist, every creator, every innovators feel this way. But it is a feeling that is necessary for growth. For example, when I was starting this YouTube channel, I had postponed this goal for 8 years because I couldn't push through the embarrassment and cringe. I don't like to see my own face. I don't like to hear my own voice. That's why I've been postponing this goal of mine. But nobody starts as a master. Every expert we admire was once a beginner. Once they created something that made them want to hide, made them want to throw it away, made them cringe. But the difference is the people who made it, they pushed through it. They did not stop because it was embarrassing. They keep doing it until they feel that they are good enough. They don't feel the embarrassment anymore. So when you feel that cringe, remember that it's temporary. It's a universal feeling, everyone feels that way, and it's a phase that we all need to get through to become better. But most people will not do it because it's hard, it's embarrassing, it's cringe, it's uncomfortable, it's challenging. So when you feel this feeling, when you're embarrassed about your own work, when you feel like, oh, I don't want to do it, it's cringe, but actually you have to do it, ask yourself, do you want to be like most people, or do you want to push through? The next thing that I want to share is how do we get past the cringe, the embarrassment, and onto something more? How do we push through it? The first thing is to expect the cringe. When we expect that our first attempt will be far from perfect, when we expect that our first few attempts will be shit, we no longer care. We have set a realistic expectations, and the most important thing for us is that we try and we do it in the first place. The second tip is to celebrate it. Each embarrassing creations, each cringe-worthy work that you made is a milestone. It's a sign that you push through. It's a sign that you're one step closer to become a master. So take it easy. Don't hate your work too much and just celebrate it. At least I've done it. Rather than, oh, I will not do it because it's too embarrassing, it's too cringe, blah, blah, blah. What would people say? You're not going anywhere if you do that. The third tip is to share it. Show your work to other people. Some people can be a party pooper. They will just hate or they will just mock you. That's okay. But you'll find most people are supportive and encouraging. Out of 10 people, maybe one would talk shit about your work, but most of them would support you. And once you have the habit of sharing it with people, you will no longer care about those who don't like your work. You will no longer care about those who are not your supporters. The goal is to have a habit of sharing it to people and not caring about what other people think. Then, the fourth thing that you should do is to learn from your past work. Analyze what doesn't work, analyze what's good and what was not good, what you can improve. And that's how you improve yourself in the long run. You learn from your mistakes. You improve after every work that you did. And because you share it with people, you can also get feedback for it. So learn from your mistakes, learn from your hard work, and learn from other people's feedback. Lastly, keep going. Be patient, be persistent, and persevere. Imagine the ideal version of yourself in the future. That person, the you in the future, has already kept going and pushed through all the embarrassment and the cringe. So, when you imagine the ideal version of your life, the ideal version of yourself, I think it'll get easier because you know that if you just keep doing it, you'll be there. And for me, that fuels my fire, that made me keep going because I know one day I will be there. I'll just keep doing it for now. The only difference is when will I get there. So, lastly, remember that every masterpiece was once a mess. Your ugly drawings, your weird tasting food, your awkward blog posts, they're not failures. There are necessary steps on your journey to become a master, to be better. So next time you feel that cringe, just smile, remember that you're on the right track, embrace it, learn from it, and keep moving forward. Because your future self will thank you for pushing through these embarrassing moments, for pushing through the cringe, for not giving up when other people did. I hope you find this insightful. Remember, it's not gonna be easy, but it's not impossible.